Let's go. Not even close. That was almost bad. Ooh. That's a way to do it. Oh, I want to play with that one. Ow. That's funny. Something. Alright. That guy's gone.
For bringing here, and thus I shall depart. Farewell. I wish you luck. I have no.
Oh, ow. Good Lord. One shot. You're now? Ow! Whoa! Was that arrow that guy shot? Right before that guy hit me. Bastard. That's crazy. Alright, alright, alright. Better planning. Let's get my runes, spend that level before I risk it. What am I cranking up? Int, I think. That guy. That's crazy. don't remember what this is. What else do I have now? items. Oh, he didn't fly off. Ah. Yeesh. So irritating. Back to the shield. That's silly. It's a mean looking club. My apologies, Enzo, but I do not understand. See what... Ah. So the translation is pretty rough. It says you can cover them in front without touching them, but I'm not really sure that I understand what entirely you mean by that. My apologies. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the Mariah's Executioner's Sword. It's not, honestly, it's not really to my liking. I'm continuing with it because I, sort of did a build around it. But I'm not, I don't know, it feels, I don't know. It doesn't feel quite as satisfying to me. The thrown knife one was fun. That was just a blast. Having said that, I still think it is an interesting build, to say the least. All right, well, that does that. Well, that's a fair question. Let's see. So these are all the sort of super heavy helms. If I switch to Pumpkin Helm, I go to heavy load. And its stats are all worse. So the only advantage I'd gain from the Pumpkin Helm is the headshot damage reduction. But all the stats are worse except Vitality. The Divine Beast head is less physical, more magic. Same with the Omen. Yeah. I just... Verdigris. What a weird... Anyway. I hope that answers your question. Well, sure, I could go for Goofy. But I'm actually... The build is actually built around my ability to stand there and take a beating. Although, much less so since right now I'm wearing the damage items. I'm not wearing the defensive items. If I get into a fight where it looks like defense is my issue, then I'd switch to the defensive items. So what I may do is summon my Mimic as a caster. It is if you play full dodge. I'm not very good at the dodge game, though. To each their own. This guy's got to be all kinds of rotten now.
Thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
He died midair. Look at that healing. Big heal. God, the regen on this thing is crazy.
Done. The we are.
It's all good, man. People do connect and try and say how, you know, that's cheating or that's cheesing or whatever. Honestly, my response to anyone that does that shit is, you know, basically, were you naked, fists, and level 1 when you completed the game? No. Learn to play.
So I'd like to the flame then and guide.
Oops. Those clouds. So crazy. Anyway, alright. Do I go underground? I could go underground, or I could just go straight toward the lift. What do you guys think? Nice. I switch it around. My last 3 or 4 playthroughs, I've been wearing this armor. I kind of fell in love with the for a few fights, using this kind of an armor set. Huh. But I do have another playthrough I've been working on, non-streaming. That's back to caster build, a frosty build, which has been interesting. I think I'm starting to get to the point where I'm a little, I'm not as over level as I was. with the build. But I got Nephili Lu really fast, and she's been basically, she was just destroying everything in my path. It was kind of crazy. I mean, Rivers of Blood you got to pick up pretty late in the game anyway. But yeah, I got to admit to being not totally enamored of Rivers of Blood. Dung eaters out. Funny thing is, on that other two, I finished Millennia earlier, and I did it as a caster. I hadn't done that in a long time, but it was first playthrough, so it was like, God, this is easy. Now, not so much. Oh, he rode around it. I can't really blame him for that. So crazy. So, for those that have not done this part or don't know this, there's actually sort of an ideal way to do the sort of few checkpoints in here. I'm ignoring that guy. I don't need another smithing stone. So it's really easy to immediately turn to that tower over there. Don't do that. I'll explain why. But the first thing that you want to do is keep going, go down, go through, and get the grace at the other end. And like I said, there's actually a really good reason to do this. Actually want... So, when you get to the other side, if you don't, you're either going to have to go back to... how do I explain this? If you don't get this point, you either have to run back, which you teleport one way, and you're going to have to run all the way back, coming back, or you're going to have to go back down to the city and run all of this back again. By getting that point, and grab that later, But by getting that point first, when you're done with the tower, you can just teleport directly to it, and you don't have to worry about the not having a point to come back to. So I also recommend that you have glowstones ready to go, only because they will help light up this part that you're stuck in. It doesn't light up the area like crazy, but it creates better reflections for the NPCs that you're going to ultimately fight. So watch, you're going to immediately now teleport all the way across. You're just going to pop as soon as you exit. And if you don't have that teleport point, if you don't have that grace, you got to run all the way back across the bridge, or you got to go all the way back down. You have to run all the way back through there. So that's why I recommend that you get that grace first. Yeah, so geek time in mathematics, but more importantly in computation, there's a thing called the traveling salesman problem, and it's not really related, I guess, but it's the idea that what's the best route for a salesman to take in 10 random points on a map. And it turns out that it's a very hard problem to solve. You can get a solution, but the obvious solution may not be the one you think it is. It might be better to go to the worst possible place first and then build a path back, or it might be better to follow a path that makes like a circle or whatever, right? So if you don't have that point, you're stuck with a crappy map with either a really long run that doesn't have anybody to fight, no opposition, or you can just pop over to another one and it's a shorter run, but you got to fight your way through it. And neither one of those are good solutions. Anyway, by adding the third point, you actually make the travel easier. Hello, Lady Boliotti? Morgoths, which I think that's the heavy health one, right? I think. Yeah. That's gonna be better for me anyway. Right now, anyhow. So now I can just pop right back to the Forbidden Lands. It's far beyond a tank build, but yes. I have way more points available, so it's like tank dragon breath. I just realized that I may want to push Millicent's quest line. It turns out that you can summon Millicent for a bunch of fights. One of them is actually really early, and I've already passed that one. But you can summon her for this fight that's up ahead. Which I did not know. But I'm sure as heck gonna try. Somewhere in here there'll be a summoning thing. But you have to push your quest line along far enough. So I'm actually going to get this. Just about to die. I don't think I've done any... Yeah, I haven't done any of her stuff. Alright, Fort Worth. I need to go down here. What's the fastest way to get there? Alright. First step. Very early on, if you explore like I do, you discover that there is a horrible trap for early game. Rats. I don't want to deal with that dog. Yep, me too. My first playthrough, I hit all the traps. By the time I figured out which traps not to hit, it was too late. But I learned how to avoid them. I didn't learn how to detect them, but I got good at rolling away. Like, half the chests I walked up to early game, I, like, open it and immediately roll off.
I'd hoped to strap don't fresh. Should you I will teach. I need your name resting. When the earth tree, but Millis for this, seek the needle.
Oh.
If it's hidden, then I will secret.
All right. See what this guy's like. But first... I'm just being trouble. Again, reset it. What's this? Oh. Sacred Ring of Light. Oh, it's Ash. Interesting. Nice. Love it. Need more great dragonfly heads. I did not know that farm spot existed, nor did I know about that Ash of War. So, win-win. I did know about this, however. So, this, and we'll do this. This, and then we'll do Nephili. That's the one I really wanted. Sacred Ring of Light. What does that do? I wonder if it just shoots one of those rings of light. It does. That'd be an interesting, interesting one. I wonder if it kills like, those that live in death permanently, the way Sacred Glade does. Have to look that up or test it.
Go on. Well, the work of the... Can you give us well, mate? As well, mate.
All right. This absolutely does make stuff visible sooner. Makes this way easier. That one visible very quickly. There still must be a couple things around. Question is, where are they? There's some on the roofs. Oh, there's one. I feel pretty good about. Climbing around now. Huh. Stupid message. Still got my buddy though. Yeah, I don't know how you get up here without torrent. Oh, crying out loud. Makes the sound of me trying to get off the horse. Crazy. Yeah. Interesting little factoid. If you have a hard time dealing with those spheres, there's actually a path you can follow if you're careful up here. You can avoid those frickin' pest threads this way.
My flesh, it is a curse. If my flesh.
Alright, so now I will go back to, what's his name? I'm not angry Italian Dad. It's funny. Do I look like an angry Italian Dad? I guess I could.
The needle, will you give? I will reward. Tended to a wretched fate. That I would show. Well, I'm the mere babe. She is, but the rotting. I doubt that. Oh, I'm. She's come. Do so. She's come. Do so.
What? Stupid. I mean, stuck in combat. There we go. Alright. Why? I swear I tapped it. I walked right up to it, didn't I? No, that's not me. My kids never ask me dumb questions. My kids are both somewhat smart. Actually, both very smart. What's funny about it is they actually found some of the questions they would see at. Like, there was a meme for a while where parents were asking questions of, oh my goodness. Where parents were asking kids questions that should have been super easy. Oh, I did have... wait. They were asking questions to their kids that should have been super easy. And the high school age kids couldn't answer them. And so I'd ask my, like, 7-year-old, and they always knew the answers. It was stuff like, it was one of them. A car is traveling 80 miles an hour down the freeway. In 1 hour, how far has it traveled? Actually, I think it may have been even easier. It was like, your car's going 80 miles an hour. After an hour, how far did it go? And, like, these adult age kids were like, I don't know, 50 miles? They're, like, guessing. I guess I didn't touch it. And I remember, like, listening to these and thinking, my, like, 7-year-old kid will know the answer to these.
Right.
So I would ask them, like, hey.
I would rather would you mind?
And I swear they would be like, I'd ask them the question, and they would just be like, 80 miles. And then I'd show them the videos. And my 7-year-old, like, first grade kindergarten or something, were like, those people are so stupid. Like, yeah, I know.
I apologize. Everything, even the night. Not that I could, but I'm with the needle. My destiny. It's all thank. My name is Min. I'm with the needle. My destiny. I'm with the needle. My destiny.
Alright, so we camp and come back and talk until she's gone. She's gone. And we go back down here. We go get her one more time. The problem is that that's not a math question. That's a, like, thinking question. And that's the sad thing, is people are like going, I don't know math. It's like, that's not math. And they'd be like, a car is going 80 miles per hour. In an hour, how far does it go? I don't know. It's like, It's like, that's not a good thing.
Oh, something. So I decided I've only perhaps. Well, I must. Well, I must.
Alright, so I don't want to have to do that run again from here. So I will be back momentarily. This is basically the same thing as camping and coming back.
Forgiving and stare. You've been as thanked at the lost. Oh, indeed. It seems the. However, no. As I've is to be.
Alright, so the next place I think she appears is the Erd Tree Gazing Hill, which should be here. Yes. Yes, her quest line gives you this talisman, the Dex one, and then it will also give you this one, the Rotten Winged Sword. It's the upgrade to the Winged Sword. This is the Rotten Winged Sword. If you do the full quest line, it will also reward you with a somber ancient smithing, and it will also get you the alloyed gold needle, which is used to remove the frenzied flame curse after you've burned the tree, so you don't have to do the frenzied flame ending.
In truth, the Scarlet as such, though rather I realized I could have after I should like. I think she's in the land. Now she's passed.
Alright, I have not gotten... Alright, I know where I need to go next. Here. So just to be clear, it's the Rotten Winged Talisman. The Winged Talisman is the lesser version of the two. You can only use one of them. Two of them. Oh, that's why. I got destroyed. Alright, go back. I don't think I needed that anyway. I've got like 40 blank spirit ashes. So I could have just duplicated. Yeah, no worries. I wanted to make sure, even if you got it, that anyone else who was watching got it. Wait. There's a third talisman you can get, although in order to get it, you have to break her quest line, I think. And that's this one, Millicent's prosthesis. You get this one for defeating her instead of helping her. So if you help her, you get the rotten winged. If you defeat her, you get the prosthesis. But then you lose the ability to get the unalloyed, or to get the alloyed needle and the somber ancient. Hello? Ow. All right, watch this. Did you know this? Heal spells do massive damage to those wraiths. I've tried streaming other games, however, no one seemed to care. Kind of helps when you sort of know where stuff is, you know? So this is the prosthesis that you use for her quest line. I'm not really interested in finishing out this area. I want to go finish out that quest line. But I'm going to show you something that I did not know until today. Hello, hello.
Now, she's paused. Are you giving me? I think it might be perhaps that.
All right, so here's the deal. And you may not even have known this was here. So if you go to Windmill Village now, right, this is the god skin, usually the first one I think that you encounter. Just ignore this area. I know people are like, I want the fork. I wouldn't bother with it. Just let him dance and be happy. Why not? Look. Look, look. Did you know you could summon Millicent for this fight? Alright, what do you mean by he's torturing you? Be as specific as you can appropriately be. That's not what I expected. The godskin came down. Good lord. Ow. Look at her just chugging that guy. No, don't ghost. I disagree. Millicent's not that great. They got trapped in that, so she probably couldn't move anymore. Huh. Well, I sure hope she ain't dead. That would be a new thing for me to discover. We'll find out in a sec. Okay, so okay, the first question you have to ask is, why are you with him?
Ah. We meet yet again. The arm you get feels perhaps it is us. It is the.
And that's an honest question, which is, why are you with the guy? Okay. I don't understand what that means. It's a situationship? What? You're gonna have to explain that to me. Is this... Look, Okay. Then why do you need to get rid of him? Okay. You do not want to get with someone who is still tied to their ex. Well, I mean, so, how old are you guys? Approximately. Teens, 20s, 30s, where are you kind of riding this line at? Give me context. Okay. All right. Here's the deal. And I just want to be clear about um I want to create sort of a context around the advice that I'm going to give. Um, First off, there is nothing wrong with being in a physical relationship with someone who is satisfying your physical needs. This goes for both people, right? If you are with someone and they are not providing you satisfaction for your physical needs, you're missing something really important. Males get their primary sense of uh, feeling needed by someone through physical touch. Females usually don't get that. They might want that, but they gain that inner satisfaction, that sort of soulful satisfaction through mental and emotional contact. But men first feel it through physical contact, literally skin to skin. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be gross about it. I just mean that literally contact, right? And so if you're with someone because you have physical needs that you need met, there's nothing wrong with being with them as long as you understand the circumstances. Things only get problematic when one of you has feelings for the other that the other doesn't have back. And that's when you have to make tough choices. If you both are just satisfying your physical needs, go have benefits. Who cares? No one should judge you for that. Just enjoy life, right? If both of you have emotional needs that are not being fulfilled by whatever else is going on in your life, and someone should be filling that emotional need, that's what you have to address. It has nothing to do with this person who is tempting you or torturing you. If you're with someone and they're not giving you the mental fulfillment that you need, and so this other person's giving it to you, that's a problem. And the problem isn't this person who's providing you this emotional support, it's there's somebody else who should be doing it and they're not. That's what you have to address. As long as you both understand that this relationship that you have is on equal footing, no judgment, just have that relationship. If you know that that relationship is bad for you, but you keep doing it, that's like eating a box of chocolates when you know you should stop eating a box of chocolates, but still stuff in your face. But you keep going back, and the question is why? Right? I mean, really, that's the big question. Which is, why keep going back? Oh, that's right. I wanted to fight this guy down here. Oh, okay. So now you're asking a different question. In what... do you live in the U.S.? It's okay to not. I'm just curious. I'm not looking for details. Oh! There should be a summon sign somewhere here for Millicent. Or maybe I'm in the wrong place. Actually trying to get away from that thing. So where, Alexis, where, like, do you live in the US? In what region do you live if you do? There it is. Ow! Alexis, where'd you go? So, Millicent can also be summoned here for this fight in the Forbidden Lands. Sorry, I was making a little mini video. Well, hopefully Alexis shows back up again. Okay, so the summon sign is only there. Remember, I went back and I did Millicent's quest line up to that point, right? So you have to actually do Millicent's quest in order for that to be active. So you have to get her to the point where you've given her the prosthesis. That gets you to where she's at the. You can summon her at the in the Windmill Village, right, with the ladies dancing around in the Godskin up there. I then had to advance her quest line further. Once that was done, I had to talk to her there, and then that's where she becomes available in this location. Actually, there's a third summon she's available for. Before this one, which is she's available for the Draconic Knight outside the city, which I never knew that, but the problem is I've already passed that part. So I can't go back and look at that one and see her there. There's already a summon there for you to use anyway, so that's a second summon that you can use. This is the last summon that you can use her for until you help her at the very end. But yeah, I had never noticed that either. Yeah, no worries. I did not know any of that, but I think it's pretty cool, actually. It's funny how you can learn little things about this game so much later into... You know, I'm a dozen playthroughs in, and I'm learning about stuff like that. And this guy...
Finally tarnished. Oh my, I fear that you well. As for his, I hope you can make your peace with that. You were about the life of only so that what a hope you're ascended, but how would the just spare? If you are and attain Lord, then heed.
So he's trying to talk you into using the Frenzy Flame.
Chosen, tarnished, and descend into the depths far
This is where he tells you to go really deep.
Seek audience with the three. If you inherit the flame of frenzy and the girl, setting you on the path of the Lord, burn the earth and incinerate all. Make it.
Yeah, that's where it explains to you. You know, normally you will hit that way. You're not going to get to that guy until way after you've probably been in that deep basement and decided what you want to do. But in the playthrough order, this is when you would normally run into that. Yeah, it's cool, right? I mean, that's, you know, I'm sharing stuff that I have found through a dozen playthroughs. There's a hidden, there's a whole hidden quasi boss fight, and it's a really hard one, actually. It's one of those giant, what do they call them? Gargoyle thing? Not gargoyles. I don't know what to call them. The guardians. The big giant guardians with a bow that'll, like, knock you down and all that. I don't remember what they're called. But there's actually a hidden one of those that uses lasers. This is not the DLC. I am back in base game. I am in the mountaintop of the giants. But I am probably going to get to the other end of the bridge and up and around the corner, and then I'm going to camp out. I'm going to take my meds and get some sleep. So if you've got questions, now's the time. There's medicine.
To think, what could you know? Call upon. I heard indeed the Halic. I heard the master of the fort. I'm certain. I heard the.
Oh, what'd she have to say?
There is something I'd like. My purpose was that now I have set my regardless. I won't allow not even you.
I don't understand what does that message mean. Anyway. Alright. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to camp out. Have an excellent night and a great week if I don't see you before. Be amazing. Be excellent. Do great things. I hope you have a great new year. And Alexis, if you're still watching, come back and talk some more. Yeah. Be awesome.